This may be embarrassing to admit, but I do about 80% of my shopping these days on Amazon. And yes, that's including beauty products. I'm incredibly spoiled because I have Prime shipping and I live in a city where there is a major Amazon hub and warehouse. So there are a lot of products that I can receive the same day as I put in my order or just the next morning. So yeah, I buy a lot of stuff on Amazon, and today I'm going to be reviewing every single beauty purchase I've made on Amazon in the past year. Some of these would be perfect to add to your Prime Day shopping lists. Prime Day is coming up on July 11th and 12th. There are going to be some amazing deals. So let's just get into it. We have 10 products to go over. But first, if you're new here, hi, my name is Miranda. Welcome to my channel where we talk all things budget beauty. If that sounds interesting to you, then become the newest member of the Slashed Squad by hitting subscribe and the bell icon. This first product I've mentioned a handful of times in several of my videos, so it may look familiar. This is the Juno & Co. Clean 10 Cleansing Balm. This has become my favorite makeup remover ever. This contains 10 non-irritating ingredients. Some of them are organic, and it just melts off your makeup so easily. You don't have to be rubbing at your makeup or your eyes forever, even waterproof, but it also rinses off easily and completely. It doesn't leave your face feeling thick with residue. It is free of artificial fragrance, but it does have a citrusy scent because of the orange peel oil in the formula. This is about $14 on Amazon, and it is, I believe, cheaper per ounce than the e.l.f. cleansing balm. My sensitive acne-prone skin loves this. I try to go and find other cleansing balms I like, and I just always return to this one. So sleeping in a cap has become the new norm for me as I have embraced my natural hair texture. This is one I bought on Amazon. It is from a brand called Yanni Best, and it is satin lined. I believe I bought it for like $18. So this gives me some of the same benefits as sleeping on a satin pillowcase or silk pillowcase. It helps reduce frizz and retain moisture and shine in my hair, but using a cap instead of just a satin pillowcase also helps with keeping the definition of my waves night after night. This is me taking off the sleeping cap this morning. You can see that my hair is in a loose scrunchie underneath the cap, and as I take it off, I kind of zhuzh it. Obviously, it still needs some styling, but there's still so much bounce to my curl and a whole lot of shine. Now, on my curly wavy hair journey, I've tried 3 different sleeping caps and bonnets, and this has been my favorite because of the adjustable elastic, which makes it so comfortable to sleep in. I am what they call tender-headed, which means like at the hair salon brushing out my hair, I'm always like in great discomfort, but also it means that like headbands or hat bands, whatever, I'm just really sensitive to the pressure. Bonnets I've tried in the past, either they're way too tight and I'm super uncomfortable, or I loosen them up and then they slip off my head. But this adjustable elastic, I don't know what it is, maybe just because I'm able to really fine tune it. I've been able to adjust it to a point where it's comfortable for me to sleep in and it doesn't fall off my head. It's actually almost at the largest point. I've just pulled it in a little bit. And I do have to still sleep with the clasp at the front though. If it's in the back, I'll feel it when I'm lying on my back. This next product was a rediscovery of mine this year. I thought they stopped making it, and then I got like an Amazon recommended products like ad, and I'm like, oh my God, I need that right now. This is the London Town Cur Nail Hardener and Base Coat. So I've been trying to get my nails harder and healthier for several months now. I had been wearing acrylics, and in that time, my nails had just become weak, and when I got the acrylics off, they kept breaking and splitting. I did try a few drugstore solutions that worked to an extent, but what I noticed with the drugstore products was as soon as I stopped using them and I tried just using regular nail polish, it would feel like my nails were back to square one. So I wasn't actually getting long-lasting results. But this is something that I turned to years ago for the exact same reason, and I remember it working so well for me. So I picked it up, and once again, it is definitely doing the job. So this has a botanical formula that helps hydrate, strengthen, and repair the nails. And I've only been using it again for like 2 weeks now, but I am already at a point where my nails feel so much stronger. I'm not experiencing daily breaks. My nails aren't as bendy or soft anymore, so it's already worth it to me. It's a little bit of a splurge. It's $20 a bottle, but I'd rather pay the extra $10 versus like the OPI or Sally Hansen ones that I had been trying for results that actually last. Because when I take this off, my nails actually feel repaired. It doesn't feel like, oh, I've just been reinforcing them with a product, if that makes sense. So I'm not gonna forget about this again. This is definitely gonna be a permanent product in my beauty routine. So this next product I actually bought on Prime Day last year. I believe it was 50% off. This is the Foreo Bare Device. I go into this a little bit deeper in my beauty splurges that are worth it video. I will link that down below. But this is a microcurrent device that you use to tone the face. It helps reduce the appearance of fine lines. And this has made a huge difference in making my expression lines way less prominent, especially between my eyebrows and on my forehead. They used to be like really deep and sharp, and I hated how makeup would sit on top or in them. And using this consistently has helped really make them a lot more shallow. They're still there. I could probably be a little bit more consistent with this as well. At-home facial devices is definitely a category that I'm very comfortable splurging for because I do love getting facials, but they are so dang expensive. So especially with the Prime Day sale, using this twice like paid for itself versus going in for a microcurrent facial. Hopefully it pays off in 10 years, but I'm assuming it will because I'm already seeing results. This product is so simple and straightforward, but it's made a huge difference in my makeup routine while traveling. This is a rechargeable travel mirror. Look how thin it packs. You can fit this in like any pocket, but it unfolds so then you can prop it up on a table. It has, I believe, 72 LED lights. It is dimmable, and you can change the temperature of the lighting. I seriously don't know how in 2023 why hotel lighting is still so bad in the bathroom. It's like always so yellow and dim, and the mirrors are too far away from your face. And even if they do have a makeup mirror, then it's like 14 times zoom. It just makes your beauty routine that much harder when you're already away from your normal setup. And I've tried a lot of traveling makeup mirrors, foldable makeup mirrors, or like lighted compacts. This is definitely the best and most convenient one. Okay, I bought this almond press-on nail kit specifically for my Taylor Swift inspired nails video. Basically, I used my Cricut to make nail decals based on each of Taylor Swift's albums, and getting a press-on nail kit like this was way cheaper than buying 10 different nail polish colors. And it also gave me more room to put the nail decals on. And I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, this whole kit was $7.99, and it also came with glue, although I did not use that glue. Now, one thing I want to point out is that they are definitely thinner than your typical drugstore press-on nail. That's not necessarily a bad thing because I find that nails that are too thick look very obviously fake. And their flexibility could be a pro in terms of fitting your nail if you have really curved nails. The fit, speaking of, was a little hit or miss for me. There were some that just didn't quite cover my entire nail bed. I think I have like wide nails, I guess. But if I sized up, then it would be like hitting my skin. But overall, the value was pretty great. I mean, $8. I mean, I would give it like a B+. They're not the best nails I ever wore, but for the price, I mean, they give you so many options. Y'all already know this is my most repurchased Amazon product ever. This is the Catrice True Skin Foundation. So if you're unfamiliar, Catrice is owned by the same people who own Essence, which is a very budget-friendly beauty brand you can find in Ulta and some drugstores. And Catrice used to be in Ulta, but they pulled out. So in the United States, the only place you can get it now is either on the brand's website or on Amazon. And like I said, I am very spoiled by Amazon shipping, so I just buy it from Amazon. But this is definitely one of, if not my favorite, budget-friendly foundation. It has medium to full buildable coverage with a natural finish. It lasts really well throughout the day without fading or getting patchy. Plus it's vegan and it's only $10, which is pretty cheap in the scope of drugstore foundations these days. Now, while I acknowledge that the shade range isn't great in like the tan to deep category, this is one of maybe like 3 foundation ranges that does have a perfect match for me. My shade is neutral hazel, and it is truly a neutral foundation. It does not lean yellow or orange. It does not lean pink or gray. It is spot on for me. I'm wearing it today. You can see how well it blends like with my neck and chest. But y'all have heard me rave about this foundation time and time again. Let's move on. I don't have this next product on me. I ran out last month, threw away the jar. I am definitely going to be repurchasing though. This This is the Neutrogena Retinol Regenerating Cream. I started using this last fall/winter, and when I tell you that this is probably the most effective drugstore retinol I have ever tried. This was cheaper on Amazon than in drugstores, I think by like $8. It was like $20 for the jar, and the jar is pretty generous, especially having sensitive skin. I'm only using it about 3 to 4 times a week. And even just with that frequency, I started seeing results maybe after a week and a half. My acne started clearing up, my dark spots, that was probably the biggest thing. I saw them fading really, really nicely, and overall I just had a nice glowy complexion. I had paused using it so I could test some other products that I was making content with, but I did end up returning to it. And after testing various skincare products and even some with retinol, this is the one that I think I want to keep in my routine and continuously use. All right, this is perfect timing for summer and especially for festival season. This is the Mineral Fusion Brush On Sun Defense. It is basically powder SPF. This is awesome for when you want to reapply SPF over your makeup. I know that there are some setting sprays that have SPF in them that you can, apply throughout the day. I just haven't found one that plays well with my skin. But this is just as easy to brush on. It also helps mattify your makeup if you're outside and you're getting a little shiny. I find this perfect for things like outdoor music festivals where you probably have a full face of glam on, but you're also outside and you need to be reapplying your SPF every 2 hours. The only thing is I'm just not a huge fan of the built-in brush. I find it to do a decent job at dispensing the powder. I do typically prefer pressed powder for on the go, but I do acknowledge the convenience of this. You can just throw it in your bag. You don't have to worry about, extra brushes or whatever. And as you can see, I just applied it and there's no white cast or flashback. This is about $20 on Amazon. It's only a few dollars less than the Derma E sunscreen powder, a very similar product that I also like. I just wanted to try something different this year and I like it. The 10th beauty product that I purchased on Amazon in the past year, this one is actually kind of having us end on a not so positive note, but it is what it is. This is the Aliver Nail Polish Gel Remover. This is $10 a bottle, although I think I bought a 2-pack for $12 because no brainer. But basically this is supposed to make the process of removing gel polish yourself at home way easier. Did it do that? Nah. I'm gonna show the video that they have on the Amazon page. You're supposed to apply this over your gel polish, wait a little bit, and then your polish is supposed to like crackle up and become soft and you can just scrape it off really easily. That was not my experience. I found that I needed to do this like 3 to 4 times to make the gel polish soft enough to actually like begin scraping at it. And even then, it never really quite came off as clean as in this video. On top of that, there have been a few times where I've applied this to my nail and I'm letting it sit on the polish, and then I realized that I've gotten a little bit on my skin and it's burning. So I'm not quite sure I'd recommend this. I would probably rather just soak my nails and watch a Netflix show for 30 minutes. Also, something that I noticed in that video on Amazon is that the model's wearing clear press-ons. So maybe this just isn't meant for use on natural nails. Either way, I will not be using it on mine anymore. I wanna know, what's the best beauty product you've bought on Amazon? Tell me in the comments because I wanna add it to my Prime Day shopping list. Today's shout out goes to D. Morgan. Thanks for being a member of the Slashed Squad. And join me over in this video next where I try new ColourPop makeup and talk about how the brand is making a big comeback this year. I'll see you over there. Bye.